Let's say you're outside, standing on solid ground, minding your business, maybe eating a sandwich. Then suddenly, without warning, the Earth stops spinning. Not slows down, not gently eases into a standstill. Just, bam, stops. Completely. Congratulations. You, along with everything that's not nailed down, including buildings, trees, oceans, and that pigeon over there, are now flying eastward at 1,670 kilometers per hour. That's how fast the Earth spins at the equator. At higher latitudes, it's a bit less, but still, not a speed you want to experience without a seatbelt. Basically, the moment Earth stops, the atmosphere doesn't. Wind turns into a worldwide shockwave of destruction. The air around you continues moving at that same speed the Earth was spinning. So for a few terrifying moments, it's like standing in the middle of a supersonic hurricane. Think, buildings flattened, forest ripped apart, an ocean suddenly developing strong opinions about where they want to be. But let's rewind. Why would the Earth stop spinning? Physically, it's almost impossible. The amount of angular momentum Earth has is enormous. To stop it instantly, you'd need a force bigger than anything nature has to offer. Something like a cosmic hand slamming on the brakes, or maybe aliens with a really questionable sense of humor. But hey, this is a thought experiment, so we're already ignoring logic. Let's move on. Assuming you somehow survive the initial supersonic slap, you're now standing on a very confused, motionless Earth. Day and night are broken. No more 24-hour cycle. Now, one side of the Earth faces the sun constantly, while the other side plunges into eternal darkness. One half becomes a scorched wasteland, the other an icy tomb. That sounds bad, and it is. But it gets worse. Earth's magnetic field is partially generated by its rotation. No spin, no magnetic field. Without it, we're fully exposed to solar radiation. Goodbye ozone layer, hello Cancer. Meanwhile, the oceans, previously spread evenly around the globe thanks to centrifugal force, suddenly have no reason to stay in place. Water begins migrating toward the poles. Coastlines disappear. Entire continents get flooded. Equatorial regions dry up. Basically, you're going to need a new world map, and probably a new home. Oh, and those tectonic plates we live on? They don't like sudden changes. With all the redistributed weight from moving oceans and shifting land masses, earthquakes and volcanoes erupt on a global scale. So on top of the atmospheric devastation, magnetic annihilation, and climate collapse, you also get lava. Still with me? Good. Let's talk about time. A full day would now take a year. That's right. Since Earth would still orbit the sun, it would take 365 days for the same spot to face the sun again. This means 6 months of daylight followed by 6 months of darkness. Plants die, animals panic, and humans either adapt, migrate, or go extinct. Civilization would collapse almost immediately. Power grids fail. Agriculture is destroyed. Communication satellites fall out of sync. Your phone stops working. And worst of all, no more Wi-Fi. But let's look for a silver lining, shall we? If you're lucky enough to live in the twilight zone, the narrow strip between the scorching and the freezing sides, you might survive. Some scientists believe this band could remain habitable. Barely. You'd still have to solve problems like food, water, radiation, and, oh right, a breathable atmosphere that hasn't been blown away by solar wind. On the bright side, pun intended, the northern lights would be visible all the time, if there were still an atmosphere to see them through. So what can we learn from this ridiculous, terrifying scenario? Well, first, the Earth spinning is a very, very good thing. Don't take it for granted. Second, when you think the world's problems are spinning out of control, just be glad it's spinning at all.